So our next panelist, funny story how it came to be. We have many board members who have been fans of his for years that have been telling me, please, please, can we somehow get him on something? And finally, everything came together. And they owe me their lives. I am so pleased to welcome the incomparable Larry G.
Thank you. How's everyone doing today? I said, how's everyone doing today? My name is Larry G, and I want to thank ATG for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a singer-songwriter, in case you thought I was a doctor or something. That would be my dad, who's actually here. But I got started a long time ago. It's kind of a weird, my journey and everything started way back in a church. I come from a God-fearing, strong, Christian belief family, and was brought up in the church, and early on took up singing. My mom, she sang in the church, and from there I went into college and joined a gospel choir. Being the only Filipino in a gospel choir was kind of interesting, but I learned so much, and I think I kind of found my soul in that as well. And one of the things that it taught me was, never to be afraid of who you are, and to stand up for where you came from and where you were brought up. And so I've always taken pride in being a Filipino American. And as far as getting started in the business, that kind of played into being in the church and doing different things. But as far as what drives me, as far as an artist and how I got into it, I was singing at coffee shops, but I was also holding a job as a human resources director at a hospital. And it was really weird, but it was the only thing that I could find that at the end of a crazy day would bring me peace. And eventually, I stopped working at the hospital and took a chance at doing music full-time. And fortunately, a lot of great things have happened since then. One of them being able to be putting out an album independently, and the following year, finding yourself on national television, performing on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Oh yeah, sure. Oh, was I supposed to press play? Man.
It is called Weekends, making his television debut with the song Yo Mama, Larry G.
This was actually supposed to be playing when I was talking. But yeah, so there's been a lot of cool things that have happened. Everyone's spoken so far has been so cool. I'm this guy. As far as influences, I'm gonna say it's my father. My dad, he came all the way from the Philippines with my mom and my sister, had nothing, and worked his butt off. He's a physician now, we've been for years, but he built a studio in our house, and it was really weird because he worked these 10-hour shifts, but yet have the energy to come back and work with session players like Elvis Presley session players, Marvin Gaye session players, James Brown. And I was just this little baby kind of observing everything. But seeing him and how he was able to do that and balance both, but how he pursued his dream, for me, was one of those things I always felt if I'm gonna do music, I want to do it like that. And, my father, he told me, I'm working hard, so that you could pursue your dreams. And so he, along with my mother, have always been supportive of the things that I do. And as far as an aha moment, it would be going to the Boyz II Men concert with Babyface by myself, in between two ladies who love both of them, but just being there in awe and just focusing and watching And then the second one was entering this contest on Kiss FM and meeting Kid Craddock before he passed. And he's like, son, I don't know like what you're gonna do with your life, but it should be music. I never forgot that. You know, it was a contest that I randomly entered and got the opportunity to sing on the radio and won. But that's like one of those moments where it's like there's something telling you that you need to do music. As far as like fears, I never had any fears like going into this, because I think if you're gonna go after your dream, you should be fearless. The only time you should ever have fear is after success, because losing it, that's the thing. So for me, it's like every day is a constant hustle, and I'm always trying to strive for that. So I don't have any fears. I'm crazy. That's why we do this, because we're crazy. If you can talk about yourself in the third person on a Facebook post or whatever, you're crazy, and you were definitely doing this. So you were definitely going against the grain. As far as, yeah. What drives me, I think, or what inspires me are people that pursue their dreams. People like everyone here on this panel. People like my father, you know, or my girlfriend. You know, she's an entrepreneur herself. And, you know, like those kind of things. It's hard. Sorry, I'm a little emotional. Because when you see people, like in the trenches, working hard, it's like, it's inspiring, you know? Like, you don't want to give it up. And I'm a competitive person, and I know, like, the cards are stacked against, like, someone that's Filipino-American, like, trying to do music, unless you're Bruno Mars. And I get that a lot. If I wear the hat, that's why I didn't wear it. But the first thing someone told me today was like, Bruno Mars! But I'm trying to grow a stash. They called me Alejandro. The Uber driver called me Alejandro, literally. But anyways, to close it short, I'm a competitive person. We're all competitive. We all want to, that's the drive. And if you're like pursuing your dream, and it's not of the ordinary of like what people want to put you in, because they do with us. Like, I'm doing music and I'm the singer, but every time I come into a club to perform, they either think I'm the manager or they think I'm the DJ. Because I guess Asian Americans DJ a lot. The only one I know is like Steve Aoki. So, but I'm saying like never give up on your dream. Stay who you are, just be yourself, and always remember, like, just always remember that the things that people say you can't do, you can do, and anything is possible. There's so many great things happening in the world today. There's so many doors that are being opened. There's so many barriers being opened. This is like the perfect time to be an Asian American in this country, and it's like, it's all about getting it, waking up every day and doing your thing and not giving about what anyone else thinks, any of the stereotypes, and just doing your thing and just staying focused and just be yourself, stay on that humble hustle. Thank you.
Wow. I know so many of you probably identify with having parents who struggled so hard so that you could have the life that you did. I greatly appreciate your dad for doing that. Where is your dad? Can we acknowledge him? Thank you so much, sir.